Pat Mayo here with your 2021 Palmetto Championship DraftKings picks from the high end. And usually when you think about high end at a tournament, that means elite players. And at the very high end, yeah, you have a few elite players. After that, it gets a little bit dicey once we get down to around the $9,000 area. There's the big four players in this event. Obviously, you have Dustin Johnson and Brooks Koepka, both gearing up for the U.S. Open next week, as are Matthew Fitzpatrick and Tyrrell Hatton, the only four players above $10,000 this week on DraftKings. I see this course, and we don't know a ton about this course, but it strikes me as an Australian-type course with so much natural sand around. It's very flat. Maybe some of the Middle Eastern swing events on the European Tour, maybe some Scottish link-style courses. Because it is so long, you would think bombers, but that might not necessarily be the case. It's going to be a shot maker's course. You can run the ball up onto the greens if you want. You can play it high in the air and try to drop it down. So there's a lot of different styles that can compete here. It's not going to be bombers only. So it's my lean towards the Europeans this week. And Tyrrell Hatton just fell outside of the top 10 in the world rankings for the first time in quite a while. He's number 11 now, so he needs to get that spot back and get some momentum going into the U.S. Open. This is a perfect layout for him. He's won twice overseas in the Middle East already. He's had some Scottish links courses at the Alfred Dunhill. He's already won at Bay Hill, another longish course on the PGA Tour. Now, it's not quite 7,655 yards, but where you might see Brooks and Dustin use this week to really develop their shots for next week at Torrey Pines, Hatton's coming here to win. He and Matthew Fitzpatrick. So that would actually be my preference in the $10,000 range. Hatton, then Fitzpatrick. That's where you can start your lineups. The problem is jamming in two of those guys, when we start talking about the scrubs in this field, in the other video up on DraftKings YouTube page, smash the like, by the way, while you're here. It's going to get pretty dicey, so you probably don't want to go down too low. So putting in two $10,000 players may not be the move this week. So it'd be Hatton for me in some lineups, then Fitzpatrick for me. If I can make them both work, that would be great, but I'm finding it pretty difficult at the moment. So Hatton's the best play from up there. Once we drop down to the $9,000 range, you have Tommy Fleetwood, another player who's done very well in the Middle East. Let's throw him on at $9,500. And my guy, the 22-year-old South African with 2 wins on the European Tour already this season, Garrick Higgo, $9,000. Many people do not even know who he is. They're going to see $9,000 next to his name and just take a complete pass. Do not fall into that trap. Higgo's a real player, and he's gearing up for the U.S. Open next week, and he needs to make an impact to earn some status on the PGA Tour, and this is a perfect time to do so. Pick up his third win of 2021, $9,000, Garrick Higgo. $8,000 range, pretty dead. You have Lucas Glover, who's an ambassador at this course. He probably has the most experience of anyone in this field playing this course. Many will be doing it for the first time. Don't mind him. Harold Varner is going to be another popular name, but for me, I'm actually going to go to the very bottom of the $8,000 region, go with Scott Stallings at $8,000. Maybe his putter shows up this week, and that would be a huge bonus because he's gained on approach in 11 of his last 12 starts. Do not expect him to be super popular, and if you're going to go with a guy in the 10s and a guy in the 9s, going down to the low 8s is probably your next move, so you're not scumming down into the 6s. If you want to check out the sleepers and scrub plays in the field of the Palmetto Championship, just check out the DraftKings YouTube channel or head on over to Mayo Media Network for a full field breakdown.